So students, in our previous class, we have seen about we were learning about the preservation. Preservation, now we have came up to the topic that is the preservation by adding sugar and salt. Now both sugar and salt, they act as a preservative. These tend to take out the moisture. देखो sugar और salt, जैसे देखो घर में नींबू का अचार लगा हुआ होता है, ठीक है, तो या फिर नींबू का अचार लगा हुआ होता है या मुरब्बा बनाया जाता है. तो how murabba is prepared? By adding the sugar. Okay. And how the pickle of lemon is prepared? By adding the salt. What happened there? By the adding of sugar and salt. Right? By the adding of sugar and salt, the moisture is taken out. I have already told you that food get spoiled due to presence of moisture in them. Moisture, this is the water content, and the removal of water content, this is called dehydration. This is called dehydration. I hope you have understood it. Both sugar and salt, sugar, adding of sugar and salt, they remove the water content. Okay, they remove the water content. Remove the water content. Okay, water content of the water content of food, right? So both sugar and salt serve as a preservative. You can see both sugar and salt serve as a preservative. What is preservative? The substance. Now definition of preservatives. Definition of preservative may be preservative is a substance. Okay, I am writing it by the green color. These are the substance. Okay, these are the substances which are added, which are added in food, added in food for to preserve it for long time, to preserve for long time. ठीक है, तो उसी को हम लोग क्या कहते हैं, इसी को हम लोग कहते हैं, we called it preservatives. We called it preservatives. So preservatives are the substance that are added in the food to preserve it for long time. Okay, so both sugar and salt add as a preservative. The sugar and salt both add as a preservative. Now what they do, they remove, they take out the moisture. Okay, they take out the moisture. Okay, अब moisture, when there will be no moisture, in my previous class I have already told you that food get spoiled. In my previous class I have told you that presence of moisture, presence of presence of moisture, moisture presence of moisture lead to the growth of microorganisms. Okay, lead to the growth of microorganisms. When there will be no moisture, when there will be no moisture, right? When there will be no moisture, then there will be no microorganism, right? When there will be no moisture, then there will be no microorganism. I hope it is clear to you. Now, so food can be preserved by the addition of salt and sugar. You can see. Okay. Next. I hope it is clear. Now you can see that the pickles. Okay, pickles are made by adding sugar and salt, and by this they are not get affected by the microorganisms. I hope it is clear. Okay. You have seen that by the addition of salt and sugar, we make the pickles and pickles. Okay, and these pickles are preserved. They are fit to be consumed. They are fit to eat for the long time. Right now, you can see now. Now you can see preservation by adding acetic acid. Now acetic acid means this is the vinegar. Vinegar. This is present in all of the kitchen. You can see it is present in all of the kitchen, and vinegar is added in the pickle. Now what happened? What happened? That pickles do not spoil. Okay, pickles do not spoil by the addition of the vinegar. ठीक है, vinegar is the essential component in the present in the every kitchen. Okay, in Hindi vinegar it is called सिरका. ठीक है, इसको हम लोग हिंदी में कहते हैं सिरका, and chemically okay in Hindi it is called as सिरका. Let me pen it down here. ठीक है, in Hindi it is called सिरका. Okay, it is present in all the kitchen, and vinegar is added in pickles, murabbas, jellies, etc. So vinegar is a preservative. So what is vinegar? Vinegar is a preservative. Okay, it is a preservative. Vinegar is a preservative. It is a substance which is added in a foodstuff to make it fit for use for long time. What is preservative? Preservative is a substance. Okay, it is a substance added in food to keep it food to keep it fit for long time, fit for long time. This is the, so vinegar is one of the preservative. So it is very common in every home. Okay, it is present in every kitchen. I hope it is clear. So you can see that vinegars are used for the it stop the growth of microorganism. Moving to the next, we have the bottling. You can see the bottling. I hope it is clear. Canning and bottling. The canning involves the cooking the food and sealing it in the sterile can. You can see sterile can. The term has been used here. The sterile can. Okay. Now, what is sterile? Sterile means sterilized, which do not contain, which which do not contain. Sterile means which do not contain germs, which do not contain germs. Okay, which do not contain germs. This is called sterile. This is called sterile, right? Now, involving cooking of food and sealing it in the sterile can or jar. Okay, so this is called canning. Can means cooking followed by packing it into the sterile can. This is called canning. And I hope next to it, and bottling, canning and bottling. Next, bottling the container to kill the weakened or the remaining bacteria through a form of sterilization. Now, what happened? If some bacteria is present, they are weakened. Right? They are weakened. Okay, bottling the container to kill or weaken any remaining bacteria to a form of sterilization. Many fruits and vegetable and meat products are canned to preserve them. Now, if you go to the big bazaar or you go to the any of the food mart, you will get the packed food. All the packed food are prepared and they are packed in a sterilized container. Okay, sterilized container. So I hope it is clear. Now you can see how the process of canning is done. Canning take place. Okay, you can see that how the process of canning take place. Okay, you can see here how the process of bottling take place. Canning and bottling take place in the factory. Okay, you can see these food products are canned. These are packed in a sterilized container and they are fit to be used for the long duration. Now next it is the pasteurization. Right, I have already told you what is pasteurization. Pasteurization means heating followed by cooling. Okay, it is heating, heating followed by cooling. Right, heating followed by cooling. Okay, heating followed by cooling. सबसे पहले heat करेंगे. After heating, the see the process in which food product is subjected to pasteurize heating for a short time. Heating for the short time followed by immediate cooling. This during pasteurization is below 212 degree Fahrenheit. Now what happened? You see, first we heat. Then what happened when we heat? See, first what I have told you, I have told you that it is heating followed by cooling, right? This is heating followed by cooling. So let's see here what happened when we heat. What I'm telling, heating followed this is the simple definition by cooling. So what I have told that at the low temperature, microorganisms do not grow. You remember these terms. Okay? You remember this thing which I have told. So what happened when heating? Heating kill the bacteria and the present kill. Okay, kill the bacteria, kill the microorganism. I will not write the bacteria. Bacteria is one of the form of microorganism. Kill the microorganism. Okay, kill the microorganism. Okay, it kills the microorganism present in the food, right? It kills the microorganism present in the food, right? Though hitting, okay. And now, suppose we have heated, all the microorganism has not been killed. So what we should do? We should not allow them to grow. We should not allow them to multiply. So how bacteria do not multiply? How microorganisms do not multiply? When we keep that food at the low temperature, then by keeping, then if some bacteria, yeah, microorganism, I will say, microorganism which has not been killed, which has not been killed during boiling, during boiling or heating, during boiling or heating, their growth is stopped. Okay, their growth and multiplication is stopped. Their multiplication is stopped by cooling. Okay, I hope you would have understood it. So why heating and why cooling? Why heating and why cooling? Heating means to kill the microorganism that is present in the food. Why heating is done? Why boiling is done? To kill the microorganism present. And it so happened that when we have boiled the food stuff, then all the microorganisms are not killed. Okay, are not killed. Now what happened then? If one or two is left, then what to do? Then let it cool. Let it kept at the cool temperature. What happened at cool? If one or two microorganisms which is left, they do not get multiply. Right? If some microorganism which has not been killed during the boiling, heating, the growth and multiplication of them is stopped by immediate cooling, and this process is called pasteurization. This process is called pasteurization. Heating followed by cooling. This is called pasteurization. I hope you have understood. Two processes are involved. First heating, then followed by cooling. Okay. So you would have seen the different milk product like different milk product which you consume in your home. Also, you will see Amul milk. Amul milk, it is a pasteurized toned milk. You go through the label of the Amul milk. You will find there it is written pasteurized. What they write? They write pasteurized. What does pasteurized mean? That milk has been boiled till a certain temperature and then it has been allowed to cool. I hope it is. I hope you have understood it. Let's move further. Okay, you can see the bottling, pasteurization of the milk, Amul milk, or any of the milk, Sudha milk, or whichever milk you are consuming at your home. All they are the pasteurized milk. You check the label, it is written there, pasteurized milk. Okay, it is clearly written. Now, what happened? The process, you see the process of pasteurization. See, fresh milk is brought here. You can see the fresh milk has been brought here. Then it is allowed to be heated. First, it is allowed to be heated. This is the first process. Fresh milk has came, then it is allowed to be heated, and after it has been heated, ऐसा उम्मीद किया जाता है हीट करने के बाद कि जो भी इसमें माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म प्रेजेंट होगा वो मर जाएगा. ठीक है, अगर एक आध दो बच गया तो उसको इतना ठंडा कर देते हैं कि फिर उसका ग्रोथ नहीं होता है। ठीक है, थर्ड इज कूलिंग। सो व्हाट आई हैव टोल्ड, हीटिंग फॉलोड बाय कूलिंग एंड फाइनली व्हिच वी गेट, that is pasteurized milk. This is the output. This is the output. What input we are giving? Input we are giving input, and this is the output. I hope it is clear to you. The definition of pasteurization is the heating followed by cooling. Okay, I hope, and every milk which you are using which you are taking from the market, all those are the pasteurized milk, right? All those are the pasteurized milk. You can see here, and I hope it is clear to you. See, the first heating has taken place, and if some bacteria has been left, then they are prohibited for the multiplication by cooling. I hope it is clear to you, and let's move to the next. And pasteurization to kill microorganism. I hope it is been clear. Now, one thing also you must note that pasteurization also deactivate the enzymes. Now, who has invented the pasteurization? Louis Pasteur. Okay, Louis Pasteur was one of the scientists who invented Louis Pasteur, who invented the pasteurization. This is the Louis Pasteur. Okay, who invented the Louis Pasteur, who invented the pasteurization. Okay, drinking unpasteurized milk is generally not safe. We can get disease due to the presence of disease-causing microorganisms, and this is why the Louis Pasteur who invented the pasteurization. I hope it is clear to you. And next, you can see different types of microorganisms are present. Can be seen on the screen. Okay, and when they are boiled, they get lost. And if one or two is present at the low temperature, they do not multiply. Okay, so milk, pasteurized milk is always safe. Always drink. Now, next preservation technique, that is the preservation. Okay, the process use low temperature. Now, I have already told you that while we use the refrigerator at the low temperature, the microorganisms do not grow, do not multiply. At the low temperature, microorganisms do not grow, do not multiply. And at low temperature, two things you must take in mind while you are learning about the refrigeration, that at the low temperature, microorganisms do not grow. At low temperature, I'm, I am saying this again and again. At low temperature, microorganisms microorganisms do not multiply, do not multiply, right? This is the first thing. At the low temperature, microorganisms do not multiply. And then second thing is that at the low temperature, at the low temperature, at the low temperature, enzymatic activities are deactivated. Okay, enzymes are deactivated. Okay, enzymes are deactivated. Deactivated. Right. So these are the two things we must know, the effect of refrigeration. These two are the effect of refrigeration. At the refrigeration, the microorganism do not multiply. Okay, they do not multiply, and enzyme actions are also deactivated. Now you can see when you are going to the big bazaar and we are going to a different shopping mall, you must be seeing the different types of freeze duly filled with the different types of edible items that kept at the low temperature. Why? If one or two microorganisms are left, they must not get multiplied. The enzymes, you can see next. Next we have the about the vacuum packing. Okay, vacuum means removal of air. Vacuum means removal of air prior to the sealing. Method: vacuum, like dehydration. Dehydration, what I have told, dehydration. The first was the prominent, we have learned about the dehydration. So what was the dehydration? Means the removal of hydrates. Hydrates means the water components, right? It was the removal of hydrates. Dehydration. Okay, dehydration. Okay, dehydration means, D means removal. D means removal. And hydrate means water component. Water component. Okay. Removal of water component. This is called dehydration. This is called dehydration. Likewise, vacuum. Vacuum means removal of air. We Vacuum means removal of air. Okay, vacuum means removal of air. Okay, this is removal of air. Vacuum is created to reduce the oxygen in the packet. Now, when you are removing the air, it means you are indirectly removing the oxygen. You are removing the oxygen. This limits the growth. Now, when you are not giving the oxygen, then when you are not giving removal of oxygen, means it will lead to the death of the microorganism. It will lead to the death of microorganism. Okay, it will lead to the death of microorganism. Okay, it will lead to the death of the microorganism. Why? Because the microorganisms are not getting, okay, if the microorganisms are not getting oxygen, definitely they will not multiply. I hope you have understood it. So vacuumization is also one of the process. You can see the different vacuumization technique. Go to the big bazaar or the any of the shopping mall, you will find this types of product. They will be vacuum packed. Okay, you can see this type of the Tazu. Okay, this is commonly used to. And now let me summarize one more things. What we have noted down in the previous class, that perishable food item. Okay, perishable जो food सड़ने और गलने वाला होता है. Perishable food item. Perishable food item. They are subjected to the refrigerator. They are subjected to the refrigerator. Now, non-perishable, जो सड़ता गलता नहीं है, non-perishable, non-perishable, they are subjected to the canning, bottling, okay, canning, bottling, canning, or canning, etc., or proper for the proper storage, canning, vacuum, vacuum packing, vacuum packing. Okay, and then we have what we are learning. We are learning about the. We are learning about the. Here we are learning about the cereals and nuts, coffee, cheese. All these are vacuumized. Okay, you can see that the dry fruits which do not have moisture, they are allowed for the vacuum packing. Now, food containing fats. देखो यहाँ पर food containing fat change their smell. ये बहुत ही important है. ये ध्यान दो. और जो लोग लेज और कुरकुरे खाते हैं, ये उनके लिए ध्यान देने का चीज है. लेज और कुरकुरे या फिर जो भी चिप्स, तो नाम भी आ रहा है यहाँ पर. ठीक है, तो चिप्स वगैरह जो लोग खाते हैं, इसमें क्या होता है, देखो यहाँ पर फूड स्टफ which contain fat and oil change their smell, taste, and they become पढ़ा लेते हैं उसके बाद, they become क्या है, the food which contain the fats and oil change their smell, taste, and become rancid in the presence of oxygen. क्या होता है कि ऑक्सीजन के प्रेजेंस से वो उसका टेस्ट खराब हो जाता है. ठीक है, Now you can see the example of chips. You can take the example of chips. Okay. Now what to do? What the manufacturer does? They fill the nitrogen gas in the packet of chips, lays and kurkure. Okay. They fill the nitrogen gas. Now why the food preservation is important? We will discuss it. Wait for a while. Hello. Now, importance of food preservation. Okay, importance of food preservation. Why the importance of food preservation? It helps to maintain the nutritive value of the food. Okay, it increase the life of the food. Okay, it increase the life of the. It makes the seasonal food available throughout the year. Decreases the wastage of food by preventing decay, spoilage, etc. I hope it is clear and throughout the year. I hope it is clear. Now it helps the nutritive value of food, increase the shelf life of the food. Seasonal food are made available throughout the year. Okay, and wastage of food is reduced. Okay, now it is you it is you that you should promise yourself that you will not waste the food. You will not waste the food. None of the teaching is effective, none of the teaching is efficient when you are uh, not making promise by yourself that you will not waste the food. Okay, प्लेट में उतना ही खाना लेना चाहिए जितना तुम खा सको और जो तुम खाते हो उसी को तुम प्लेट में लो. Okay, I hope it is clear now. I hope it is clear to you. These are the some of the keywords which you will learn.